All right, today we're going to be doing Google Images, and I love Google Images. I cannot tell you how much we use Google Images in my class. We use it all the time, and the reason being is that we do a lot of vocab. I teach 7th grade social studies, and we do everything basically from ancient Greece to pre-colonization of America. So that's a lot of material. And within that material, whether we're doing notes, I have kids putting images of things all the time. So they get the visual of it, they type in the notes of it. It's just an easier way for them to have a memorization. And I'm starting to learn. I used to do like index cards, and I tell you what, ever since I've been adding this vocab, it's added the students' interest in what we were doing, and they seem to actually understand the vocab a little bit better. So where it says Gmail here and it has this little science beaker, we're going to click on images. And images, Google Images are going to come up. And the time period that we're doing right now, this, if you cannot tell, is the Renaissance time period. And so I'm going to click on Renaissance, and you're going to see that everything comes up from the Renaissance time period. I mean, we have different types of art. We have like The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. We have Mona Lisa by, again, Leonardo da Vinci. We have the School of Athens over here on the right by Raphael. We have the Sistine Chapel over here by Michelangelo. So we have a lot of like eclectic art. You have the Dome of the Duomo in Florence, Italy. There's a lot of just eclectic information. We have the information at the top is art and period medieval. So it gives you a lot of like different types of art and images from that Renaissance time period, which is absolutely fantastic. But you know what? I want to find something maybe a little bit more specific. And in order for me to do that, I have to go over here where it says Tools, and I'm going to hit the little down scroll. And I'm going to go to where it says Advanced Search. Now, this is going to give me almost like a Google Advanced Search, where I'm going to search for something very specific. Instead of information, it's going to be an image. It's going to have all these categories, all these words, which we typed in Renaissance already, this exact word or phrase, or any of these words. So if I were to type in, let's say, Michelangelo, all right, and it's going to ask about any size, and I'm going to kind of change that to medium. And the reason that I'm going to change it to medium is that we do a lot of like where they're taking the images and they're putting it into a Google slide or a Google Doc. I've been at least starting to do that as of late. And I find out that medium is honestly probably the better way to go. Where it says any aspect ratio, I'm going to go wide. And you're going to see why I go wide, because it's going to fit actually really well into a Google slide that we're going to do. I'm going to put any color because I want the colors to be actually quite vivid. It's the Renaissance time period. It's like the best part of the art from that time period, and you got to show it off. Any type. We're going to talk about any type here in a second. Any region. We're going to put any region because it's Renaissance art. It would be probably mostly Italy, but we're going to keep any region as it is. And we're going to go ahead and hit Advanced Search. Now, you'll notice that, again, this is very specific now. We're starting to get specific works from Michelangelo. You have the Sistine Chapel. You have David. You have the Pietà. You have a lot of his work. You have his own little pictures of him and Leonardo da Vinci. Allegedly, they did not like each other. You have Moses in here. They've kind of like put a little sculpture of Moses in here. So you have a lot of art. And let's say I want to do one of his most famous sculptures, which would be David, right? And so I'm going to go back here. And in exact words, I'm going to put David. So I'm just going to put David, and then I'm going to hit enter. And what we notice is it's all of David, right? I mean, and I teach middle school boys, and that's just not going to happen. Now, I get some faces, but believe it or not, through advanced Google search or advanced image Google search, I can make sure that I'm not getting all of David. So if I go back and I go to where it says any type of image, I'm going to go to face because I only want to see the face of David now. I don't want to see all of David. And look, I don't get to see all of David anymore. and it's just a face. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And so that's what advanced image Google search does. It gives you a very specific thing that you're looking for. And so I'm going to do a little bit of a wide image. I'm going to look. I love that this gives like the ratio of this. I think that's just a cool thing. So I'm going to bring up my Google Slides. This is what we're doing next week when we come back from break. We're going to be doing a thing on Michelangelo. And so this is just a simple Google slide. It's a vocab slide, but my kids have to add an image. And so what we're going to do is we're going to drag this. We're going to put it right on the Google slide and simply just drop it in. And I'll move it in here. And this is why I do the wide, because I don't really have to mess with it too much. You are going to have to fit it in whatever you do, but it looks pretty good. And then my students can type in information about Michelangelo here. But you can see it works extremely well. And advanced Google search gives you just a great amount of very specific information. I went from the Renaissance to having all this different types of Renaissance art, to having Michelangelo, to having all his different types of... And Michelangelo was like a painter and a sculptor, so he's going to have a large array of art. And so when you want something very specific like David or Moses or the Pietà or the Sistine Chapel, you can go on and on with Michelangelo. It gives you that specific thing that you're looking for, and advanced Google Images does that for you. All right. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and have a good day.